Hi, everyone. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. And I'm here today on Sunday, always at 4 o'clock, to tell you what I sold previous week. I'm a reseller. I sell on eBay and Poshmark mostly, a little bit on Mercari once in a while. This week was mostly eBay. Well, it was sort of split. I guess I sold 8 things on eBay and 6 on Poshmark. So a little bit of both, but not very not very many on either one of them. I've been listing 3 a day, just like I have been, because I don't want to add to my inventory too much, but still with selling just that few, I am adding to my inventory, whether I want to or not. Yeah, I have 2,400 and some in my inventory. I'm trying to get it down below 2,000, and I haven't been able to do that. I even tried for a while not to list it all. And of course, then the sales really dip. Even though I tried to end and, sell similar, works a tiny bit, but not as good as listing things. So I'm here today to show you what I did sell. And then let's talk about decluttering afterwards. Nothing to do with my business, but with my house in general. So I'm going to share my screen and show you what I sold. Okay, the first thing, I'll do the eBay things first and then Poshmark. This was a really cute little top by Style & Co. A pullover top, size medium. It was in this blue plaid and it had some pleating on the top there. This sold for $17.29. It sold last Sunday. Yeah, and this went to Twinsburg, Ohio, very close to me. Yeah, so they paid a total of $24 because they're paying plus shipping. That is plus ship. The $17.24, then plus shipping comes to $24.68. The next thing is, now these are kind of iffy. This is a Ben Sherman new with regular fit stretch Bermuda shorts. These are men's shorts and they went to Brooklyn, New York, but I got a thing that they are coming back, that he wants to return them. So, for because they don't fit right. So he hasn't sent them yet. He hasn't even started. So I keep it on here just in case, because once in a while people decide they'll keep them anyway. So we're just, that's sort of up in the air. They did sell for $18.74 plus the shipping, but we'll see. The next thing I've had for a long time, this is a very lightweight suede, leather suede, little tiny shacket. It's small and it has no stretch whatsoever in it. So the person, I hope, is very tiny that bought this. It's a leopard print on this suede, just really lightweight. And this sold for a $12 best offer that I took because I've had this forever. So they paid a total. This went priority shipping for some reason. They wanted priority shipping. So they paid a total of $24 and 50 cents, I think it says. Next thing is this plaid shirt. This has been on for a while. This is by Passport. It's a button-up shirt in a lightweight plaid, sort of patriotic colors there. And this sold for a $9, no, or I can't see for anything. This sold for $18, $18.07 is what 15% off sale. So $18.07. So they paid, with shipping, they paid a total of $25.24. And this went to Sharon, Wisconsin. I hope after I get my eyes examined that I need new lenses and that it will correct my vision, because it's getting worse and worse. I don't have any the signs of the macular degeneration, which my father had. I don't have any blind spots, or I have this thing on the refrigerator that I look at, and the lines aren't wavy or anything. It's just that I can't see. I need a lot more magnification. Okay, Bumblebee. Here are the mini Tonka suede, leather suede pink pull-on boots. I got these in one of Bumblebee's boxes, and I held on to them for a year because they fit me perfectly and were so comfy and warm. But I didn't wear them out because I was afraid I'd get them all dirty, because they're pink suede. So after a year, after one winter, I decided the next year to put them on. And they did finally sell for $30, best offer that I took. And they had to pay shipping, of course, on quite a bit of shipping. So they actually paid $55.43 to get them to California. They went all the way out to California, the furthest place. This was in your box too, Bumblebee. This was an unbranded Italian 100% linen pants. This was in the linen box. Women's size 36, sort of with a gathered top and pockets. And this sold for $9.44. So that's an offer I sent out to watchers. And they paid with shipping and tax, they paid $15.86. It went to Rochester Heights, Michigan. I've had these a while too. These are Adidas Predator athletic shoes. They're men's 6.5. They have a New York label and someplace on here they say New York Red Bulls. So yeah, they finally sold. I thought they'd sell faster, but they sold. I think I had lowered, maybe. I sent out an offer to $24.77, and somebody bought them for that. They of course had to go priority, and they paid a total of $39.74, and they went to Oak Ridge, New Jersey. Okay, the last thing on eBay were these, or no, it's not the last thing. Yes, it is. American Eagle little booty shorts, women's size 6, destroyed and button up fly that you can expose buttons there. So this sold for, they sent me an offer of $11. I took it because it's getting the end of the season here and end of the short season. So I took $11 offer with tax and shipping. They paid $17.90, and these went to Nova Park, Texas, where it's still pretty hot down there. Now on Poshmark, this is, I don't know if these were in your box, Bumblebee, or not, but these were, I think, Linen Blend by Gap, men's 32 shorts, and these were a light olive color. They sold for $10. I had lowered the prices on these. $10. I netted $7.05. They went to South Kingstown, Rhode Island. Now I've had this for quite a while. I had got quite a few of these Charles Tyrwhitt dress shirts. This even has a French cuff on it. I didn't think I'd ever sell this, but it finally sold. It sold for $15 and I netted $12. And this went to Fishers, Indiana. Then another pair of shoes. I sold Stacy Adams. I've had these a long time. These are tassel loafers in a men's size 12. They were like new, these shoes in black leather. And they sold for $24. $24. And I made $19.20 on those. This is also Poshmark, Old Navy crop knit jumpsuit. It has its own tie belt there. This was really cute. And this sold for $15. I netted $12. And this went to West Islip, New York. Then I sold a Madewell gray cardigan sweater, women's large. It was cotton, button pockets, and I put Grandpa and Dad on there. And this sold for $20, and I made $16 on that. And this went to Los Angeles, California. And the last thing is this really cute sweater. I'm surprised this didn't sell before. Coldwater Creek, chunky tweed knit open cardigan. Well, it wasn't open. It had one button at the top, but the rest was open. It had sort of flare sleeves. It was really cute. This sold for $21, and I made $16.80. And I didn't write down where this went to. But that is what I sold this whole entire week. So let me show you what I made on, this is only on eBay. On eBay, total number gross was $224.15. And after selling costs, etc., I made $128.80. Average selling price, $28.02. Now, if those pair of Ben Sherman shorts come back, they'll take away from that a little bit. But yeah, so that's just eBay. Let me get back here. Oh, I have one more tab here. I think this is it. I'm not sure. Let me press it and see. No, it's not it. That's okay. So let me get back here. Okay, on Poshmark, I grossed $105 and netted $83.05. And I didn't write average selling price. That was what, 6 things. 105 divided by 6 equals $17.50. I've been averaging, the average sale price on eBay has been better than Poshmark lately for some reason. It used to be the other way around, but yeah. Oh dear, Bumblebee's screen is blurry. Oh, the shorts. Okay, they were in the box too. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm selling the linen things pretty well. Ah, hi, Bryland Farm. Riri's here, Bumblebee's here, and Diane's here. Okay, Bryland Farm screen is clear. Bumblebee's, you might be the only one. There's 9 in the chat so far. Ah. I'm not sure if I can show this other thing or not. Well, we'll try. Remember I was talking about that I was a, let me try. I'm going to share my screen, and what will pop up there is, remember I was telling you when I was in the art league, we had a belly dancing class, and we made our own costumes. And I promised I'd show you this. So let me try again to share the screen. And there I am in all my glory. Can you see that? Are you getting a picture of my belly dancing thing? Bumblebee says maybe it's her T-Mobile. Oh dear. Oh, Harry says, how about, so you must be seeing it. But you'll notice all the beading. 3,600 beads I strung and beaded this myself. Yeah. Well, let's get back here. Yeah, that was, that kept me busy for a while. That was way back when my kids were real little and I lived with my first husband. Yeah, I even had those. I forget, I was going to look it up. You know, belly dancers have these little symbols on their hands when they dance. Yes, I had those too, but I thought I kept those. But I have no idea where they would be if I did keep them. If I ever run across them, I'll show them to you. Oh yeah, I've had a very interesting life. Yeah. Before I went to, when I was married the first time, we never went any place. My husband never wanted to spend any money to go on trips or anything when the kids were little. We went one time, we took a day vacation. We didn't even stay overnight. We went to Sandusky to Cedar Point. And while we were there, we went through an animal park. And then he said no to staying overnight, and we came home. That was it for vacations with my ex. Yeah, 14 in the chat. Wow. Yeah, it's right. They have no memories of going any place until I was divorced. And we started skiing because my first boyfriend was a skier. So we went skiing a lot. And then Jack skied too. So yeah, we went skiing. Uh, yeah, they got to go places because Jack liked to travel. And of course, we had the place in Florida. So they went to Florida quite a bit. My son especially. He was very upset when I sold the property in Florida. Yeah. But anyway, right after I got divorced from my first husband, he turned out to be a paranoid schizophrenic and had been in the hospital a couple times, and he was getting very dangerous as far as me and my children. So I escaped with my children. And that's a whole other story. But we lived in an apartment, and I was in nursing. I was nursing at that time up on the floors. I hadn't gone to the emergency room yet. And with my best friend, Betsy, not Betsy, Becky, and we were best friends also with Joan, who was the division secretary, the three of us. So the three of us decided to go on a vacation. I had never been on an airplane. And we flew to the Bahamas. I forget if it was just a short vacation, like 4 days, maybe 4 or 5 days. And it was a short vacation, so I was trying to get as much sun as I could. I got the worst sunburn I have ever had in my entire life, and in the Bahamas. But while we were there, we each met somebody. Yeah. So the guy I met worked for Eastern Airlines, and he actually flew and surprised me at home. I lived in Strongsville at the time in a big apartment building, and he surprised me, came visit me. I even took him to Erie to meet my parents because I loved his accent. Yeah, he was Bahamian. I mean, they called him White Man. He was very white and had red hair and had a big afro. But they called him White Man because he was, I guess. I don't know. His name was Dwight. And yeah, we took a little trip back to my parents' house so they could meet him. It's just fun. It wasn't anything serious or anything, but yeah, that was my big travel. My first airplane ride. I went back to the Bahamas to see him a couple more times. And one of the times I took my son with me, and he was just young. Yeah, I have pictures somewhere with us on the beach, my son. But I'll never tell you, I haven't run across those lately, so I don't know where they are. So yeah, that was in my younger wild days. So while I was on the TV today on YouTube, I was watching decluttering videos, and I was watching the KonMari method. A couple people were showing that. And then they have what they call the Swedish death cleaning method, which sounds awful, but it's really even more, more of a decluttering method than the KonMari method is. So, yeah, I watched them like for a couple hours, and I got really I got really anxious about this house. I just don't see how I'm ever going to declutter this house. I know I just start small. So you can plan on some decluttering videos. I'm going to declutter my closet in one, and then maybe declutter my dresser or drawers, the different drawers. And I can decluttering my makeup, which I don't even hardly wear until I got this new makeup by that elf. It's called Soft Glam, I think it's called. I had talked about it before. It's in a tube and it's liquid makeup. And I put it on the back of my hand and then I use a brush. Yeah. So until I got that, I never really wore much makeup at all. And I'll tell you, I don't really like the feel of it on. And if I put it around my eyes, which I need it there, it makes my eyes burny and then makes me immediately tired. So, yeah. So even decluttering all the makeup I've saved, why I don't know, because it's older and it should be thrown out. I'll just do one of those. There's so many things I can declutter. Last year, I did declutter my kitchen quite a bit, and I got rid of a lot of extra dishes and extra silverware and extra stuff like that. Yeah, but the whole rest of the house needs declutter. So has anybody decluttered with either one of those two methods? I forget the girl I was watching most. Her name is Ruth somebody. And I went to find her on my phone and I couldn't find her, so I could tell you the name. And of course, I couldn't find it. Yeah. So on Mondays is when the sales go off entirely of my on my eBay, and that's when I take advantage of that and go on and lower prices. I'm going through my inventory and finding the things that are, which I know now are way too high priced, and I have to allot for me putting sales on, because I do 20 or 25% sales, so I have to allot for that. But yeah. Riri, that was back when I was painting. I was in the art league, so I was busy. I had little kids. I was an officer in the art league. I don't know what I was. I think I was I don't know. I think I was a secretary. I had to take notes, so that must have been it. And I was doing a children's class, art class at the art league, and also taking a belly dancing class. Besides painting, I entered art shows too with the paintings. So yes, I was quite busy. At our old house, which when I had the little kids, we lived in Parma, Ohio. That's in the same house my son lives in now. And where I painted tiny little things. So I just needed a tiny little space. So I fixed up a closet that was down in the family room. I cleared it all out and fixed it up so there was just a chair and a table just enough for me to paint and a lighting for me to paint. And that's where I did most of those tiny little paintings. I would sit in there and paint. I hope the chat's all right because it's sort of stopped. Let me know if I'm still on. I'd hate to be talking to myself. I have that second type of dog food I got for my dog food, the one by Chuck Norris, is now empty, and it's going to come once a month. It's only a little bag. Okay, thank you. And I think I'm going to maybe have them send 2 bags a month because I mostly use it as a topper and just treats because Penny liked it so much. Oh, you're on your phone today. Yeah, that is hard to see and to type. So that is what I've been doing this week. I will try. I have been putting some videos up. I'm trying to get a video up. I have one ready to edit to put on tomorrow. And then I'll make some more this next week of this and that. Maybe I'll try decluttering one. And we'll see how that goes. I hope I don't, on that KonMari method, you take everything out. Like I'd have to take everything out of my closet and throw it on the bed. So I hope well, I can edit because it's recorded. So I hope I don't get everything out and run out of steam and won't have a place to sleep. But you put everything out on your bed and then you go through things and you take things in piece by piece. That's one way of doing it. Or you can just go in your closet and, take things out and throw it in. I'm going to have a throwaway bin. I take it to Goodwill bin. Yeah, and just to keep it, So 3 different ways. So I don't know. That will kill 2 birds with one stone, but it'll give me things to make videos about for YouTube, and it will help me declutter a little bit. So we'll see where that goes. So I think I'm going to go before this gets too long and see if I can get some more tips about decluttering. Maybe I can go on and edit that video so for sure I can get it on tomorrow morning. I've already listed for today. I could take some more photos as long as it's still bright light in there. Because I only have one light, and it's better if the lighting comes from 2 directions. So doing that at night, it makes too many shadows. I also have things to iron. I could have another ironing video. So thank you all for joining me. Sorry I don't have much here. And I will be back on Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock. Remember, we've changed from 7:30 to 7. 7 o'clock on Tuesday and Thursdays. So I will be back to see you then. And thanks so much for joining me today. And be good and be blessed. Bye.